Welcome everybody to Highways Magazine on video. This is me, Dominic Browne, editor of Highways Magazine. Thought I'd try something new for this start of 2020. So kicking off the year in my editor's comment, I welcomed everyone to the new decade. Brexit's done. No, don't laugh. Come on. It's done. It's kind of done. I'm sure it'll get done. It's going to be done. Anyway, the point is we're all moving onwards and upwards, which is why we had a very positive image for the start of this decade. Land, hope, highways, bright future of intelligent roads. Now, as only a fool would try to make predictions these days, I will be that fool so you don't have to, dear viewer. My central prediction for the next 10 years is this. It's going to be a great decade for the highway sector, but probably not so great for drivers. Roads will no longer be physical or digital assets. They'll be both. And you'll find that reflected in the work we do at Highways Magazine. What you'll also probably find is that the driver-centric view of the network is changing. We shouldn't be thinking of roads as something we build for motor vehicles. We should be thinking of them as something we build for people, build for communities. Roads are there to bring people together, after all, and any road that divides communities, tears people apart, is a road that's not doing its job. So I think in this on-demand, consumer-driven future that we all have now, that we have the world in the palm of our hands through our phones, I think we'll be seeing a drive to get more from our roads, more usage from our roads, and to simplify the way we interact with our roads. Primarily, I know people have said it's never going to happen, but by the end of the decade, I'm predicting some form of road user charging will become a mainstream public debate. It may not happen, at least people will be talking about it. It will come out from shadows of odd policy wonk kind of ideas into something that is a real live debate. One of the reasons is every time you go out driving in a city centre, in an urban area, after you've got all your tax and everything out the way, you can be caught with parking charges. You can be caught with idling charges. You can be caught by a low emission zone or a clean air charging zone. This complex web of small add-on fees and charges could be replaced by a simple, transparent form payment through your phone, through your insurance company, as has been suggested before. And that would make life a lot more easy and transparent for people, which is what people want these days. The other big reason is this is going to be the decade, they say, of the electric vehicle. And electric is a little harder to tax than petrol and diesel. It doesn't quite work in the same way because of generation, because so many other places are tapping into the same grid. And so as we move to electric vehicles and we lose the duty on petrol and diesel, the Treasury are going to be losing billions of pounds a year, and they'll have to find some way of replacing that. Some form of user charging looks set to be the way forward. Now, autonomous vehicles, I know we will talk about them, but I'm predicting they will not be making the big splash over the next 10 years that we might think they will. If they do come in, they'll come in slowly in certain areas, probably for commercial delivery or public transport systems first, very prescribed routes. So we're talking kind of level 4 automation, not the full level 5. Now, the recent controversy over smart motorways is a perfect example how the transition to a new type of network may not be painless. We know there have been problems there. But look, questions remain over the nature of the rollout. We must learn the lessons. We must, and always strive to be, as transparent as possible with the public. This is a great sector that sets well-beating standards from Highways England, the supply chain and local authorities. We owe it to ourselves and the public we serve to always strive for more, but also to admit if we make mistakes. As we move from the driver-centric view of the network to a more connected network where the car itself is becoming more important, perhaps because of the computers in them. The roads increasingly will be designed and managed buy these computers, which will feed into AI systems, which will maintain the roads. We're getting into big data, and we're getting into data actually driving all of the work we do on the roads. We must not forget that we are working for people. We are working to keep people safe and make sure they get home easily, safely to their loved ones at the end of the day. That's the job we do in the highway sector, and that's the job we celebrate in Highways magazine. Now, speaking about celebrations, I know it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The top 10 of the entire year. Ladies and gentlemen, I can reveal the contractors, the contract leads, top 10 of the entire year. Balfour Beatty takes the crown. That's right. Balfour Beatty, in the year to December 2019, scooped 28 contracts, pulling in a whopping of 1,313,000,000.3, and in the last quarter finished top as well. Tarmac came in second. They had 57 contracts, scooping in more, just shy of the billion mark, with 916 million.5 done in business. Eurovia Ringway, just 7 contracts, but pulling in a huge 504 million. Galliford Try coming in fourth with 12 contracts, 473 million pounds worth of business coming in. And in fifth place, Skanska UK, that is, 3 contracts, 429 million.2. Now, the top 20 clients of the year to December 2019. There's no surprise who comes in top here. Highways England, 29 contracts given away, 1,954,000,000.9 in business procured. East Riding of Yorkshire Council came next, breaking over a billion, 1,063,000,000.8 business let from East Riding of Yorkshire Council. Then there's Lincolnshire County Council, obviously a big council, at 704.8 million. Hampshire County Council coming in next with 527.2. Walsall Metropolitan Borough Council, which is probably a surprise coming in there fifth, but you know, probably on a cycle there, 386 million flat. So the top 5 clients of the year and the top 5 contractors of the year. So well done to Balfour Beatty. Best of luck next time to everyone else. Special shout out to Graham, just made it into 6th place outside of the top 5. Ferrovial coming in 7th. This has been me, Dominic Browne. For more of these stories, for more of contract leads, for more of these ideas, for experts, insights every single month, apart from when we skip 2 months in the summer and winter. Highways magazine, you can catch Highways on Fridays, every Friday, as the name would suggest. And I look forward to seeing and talking and listening and informing you all on the circuit. Goodbye.